Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another evening with Spirit. So glad to have you all here. Thank you so much already for everyone who's already in the chat. I always start a little bit early just to make sure the connection's good and just to get started because I'm excited. Uh, as I have been doing, I would love to send out love energy out to the world because when one of us sends it, we help so many people who are putting out low vibration energy of fear. The higher vibration energy of unconditional love is so much more powerful than that energy that it counteracts and helps balance out the energy and brings love and peace to the world. So if you'd like to join me, I would love to have you do that. I'm just going to take a deep breath and allow that unconditional love from above fall down into our heart, fill it up, and overflow out to the world. Regardless if you're watching this on replay or if you're live, energy knows no time or space. So you can join us in sending love. It'll join this moment. And I'm also sending love to any of you who are watching this on replay or live that need any love energy right now as well. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. And a big hello to everyone. I do want to let everyone know that my time tomorrow night, normally I was doing it like 8 p.m. Mountain, but I'm not going to go on Instagram. I'm going to focus just on YouTube for a while. So I'm going to bring that down to 7 p.m. to match all the other nights of the week. So every day in the evening at 7 p.m. Mountain. And then on Sunday morning, I'm also going to bump that up to 11 a.m. to match my Friday and Saturday morning time. So it's 7 p.m. at night and Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain. So easy breezy to remember for me, especially. So that's what we have going on there. Also, today's the last day, well, actually, tomorrow after the morning session, I'm going to close out the weekly contest or drawing. I guess it's not really a contest. So here is the video on how you sign up for the weekly drawing for a 30-minute free recorded reading, personal reading with me. And those are based on the weekly energy updates, which this is the playlist for that. So you can check those out. Excuse me. And also, November readings are all out for every single sign there. So this is the, um, yep, let me just update this here. I can do two things at once sometimes. But these are the monthly readings for November. So if you want to check those out and see what Spirit had for that. And then also, I know I'm giving you a lot of links, but uh, also put out a pick a card reading for Halloween, which is trick or treat. What's coming your way? So you can also look at any of those. So some free recorded readings that have spirit all over them as well. So there you go. And then, last thing I would just wanted to mention a wonderful quote that I saw today from The Secret. It's a book and a movie, I believe. But they said to improve any day immediately, say and feel thank you 7 times in a row. And I do feel that that changes our energy from focusing on things that are missing or we don't want in our lives to, what we're grateful for. So we say thank you, 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 and feel your energy change. So I love it. All right. Enough of the announcement. See, good thing I start 5 minutes early because now it is 7 my time, and now we can start readings. So let me just pop out the chat here and so I can see the list. Let me just shrink this down so I have more space. All right. So welcome everybody. Daisy and Ling, hello, and Jazz and Benita, Dollface Diva, welcome. Strawberry Rose and Lisa Marie, Rishi, Cynthia, Miss Lovely, hello, Honey Dip and Pooja Gupta. Hey Coco, chords of gratitude, welcome, welcome. Jaylin, hello. I did have a great day. Yes, TGIF. We call it Friday. All right, and Miss Lovely, you came early, woohoo! And Dale, welcome, welcome. Michael and Queen Bee, and we got KDP. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And all right, so let's take a look here and we will get started on the readings. Thank you guys already for all the thumbs up. I'm so appreciative. It helps out my channel so much in sending out the Zen love. So thank you very much. Got something on one of my eyelashes. Oh, there it goes. All right, so we'll start off with Daisy and then Ling. You will be up next. So, Daisy, we'll take a look here. Will you have a successful career after you finish your bachelor's and you do plan on going to your graduate school too? All right. So, let's take a look here, Daisy, and see what Spirit would like you to know about your career. So, what would you like Daisy to know, please? Okay. All right. I like it. So you do have the Six of Pentacles, which, when we're talking about career and finances and things like that, is a great card to get because it means that you are doing so well. Not only do you have enough for yourself, you're able to give to others as well. So that is a successful, wonderful, flowing card. You also have the Two of Wands, which really is also about you understanding wherever you're focusing your energy is what is growing as well. So it is this wonderful, I'd say advice, but awareness that spirit gives to you too, that, you know, just you're going to be doing well. But if you focus your energy and focus on what you're grateful for and what you do, like we were just talking about, what you do want in your life instead of what's missing or what's wrong or you don't want in your life, it expands it even more and bumps it up to the Nine of Pentacles, which the Nine of Pentacles you can see here is just wonderful inner fulfillment that you are standing on your own without anyone's help, anyone else's input or um, you know uh, involvement. I was trying to think of a better word, but this is you with doing that. So definitely I uh, I feel very positive things about that. And the Nine of Pentacles is a great card to have. And with you focusing your energy and being grateful and focusing on what you do want in your life, it takes you even further. So I love that for you. So great news, Daisy. Many blessings to you. That's what they have for you regarding your after career, after your degree. All right. And Ling, welcome, welcome. Good morning from Malaysia. I know I can't. So you're about, so it's, let's see, 7 a.m., probably what was it, 9 a.m. maybe there now? We shall see. But Ling, so will he say yes if you ask him out today instead of him asking you out tomorrow? Well, let's take a look. We'll see what Spirit has to say. And then Jazz, you will be up next. So let's see here. Will he say yes today if you ask him out or wait until tomorrow? All right. Okay, let's this one right here. Well, you have the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is about you stepping into your power, and the only one that's blocking your energy is, um, you not grabbing onto your Ace of Wands and taking initiative. So for me, that would be that they're saying that you can take the initiative and ask them out today. Let me see. And how would that go? Yeah, get the Ace of Wands. They're saying grab the bull by the horns and initiate it. You don't have to wait. You can move forward and ask them out instead. Yeah, again, the Emperor. Take control of the kingdom. Use your like it's the divine masculine energy is the Ace of Wands. It's moving in and going forward there. Yeah, and it's the 10 of Wands here too, is about, it can mean too much energy, but in your case, it's the harvest. Uh, I really feel because it's a very positive combination. You've got the 9 and the 1 equaling the 10, and then you have the Emperor. So it's giving you a thumbs up and moving forward with you taking the initiative to ask them out. So do it. So best of blessings to you, and let us know how it goes. All right, beautiful. All right, Jazz, you are up next, and then Benita. Hello, hello. You will be up after Jazz, and so you would like a general reading for tomorrow, Jazz. So let's take a look here. For your tomorrow, what would they like you to know? Whoa. Wow. Hold on a sec. Oh, now my slipper fell off. We got a lot of energy going on. Let me put my shoe back on. Wow. Let's see what's happening tomorrow. All right. Oh, good stuff. My goodness. So, excuse me, you do have the Judgment card, which is a calling from your higher self to rise up and realize you're so much more than just your human side there. You have the Page of Cups, so higher emotion, um, a increased intuition tomorrow too. So I like that, especially with that Judgment card with your higher self pulling you higher. Yeah, and then you have the Eight of Wands too, which the Eight of Wands represents like spiritual energy. Excuse me, spiritual energy, but it also means messages from spirit. So I really feel tomorrow is an important day for you to really trust your intuition, trust your gut in these messages. All right. Because you do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities are opening up in the outside. And the King of Swords is also here. So you got 5 total cards, 3 of them about trusting spirit, trusting your intuition. One being that, these new opportunities are coming up. And then you have the King of Swords, which is all about being in your head and thinking about things, but also you wielding this Ace of Swords, which allows you to cut away thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you, kind of cut away expectations, cut away the supposed to be and the should and the need to. So tomorrow, it's allowing so much to come in, um, opens up things instead of having it restricted. The King of Swords is like saying, nope, we're opening that up. We're going to look at opportunities, which are going to bring in opportunities that you would normally see before with expectations closed in. It opens up and there's these opportunities, but trust your gut, trust your intuition tomorrow, very much so, because it helps identify and you to see these opportunities that do open up in your world. So I do like that for you. And the with it being the Page of Cups there too, um, I really feel like there is this opportunity to open up your heart, um, or that it's emotional stuff that will come in too. So I like it. So that's what they have for you for tomorrow, Jazz. So many blessings to you. All right. So Benita, you are up, and then Dollface Diva will check and see how your weekend's going to go. So Benita, you want to know what does Gurpreet? I probably mispronounced that. My apologies. What do they want with you? You talk every day, and it's a good vibe. So let's see what Spirit would like you to know about their intentions. What do they want? What's the interest? Is it just friends? Is it more than that? Or what would they like you to know? Okay, do want that one and that one. So there is 4-1. So there is stable energy there. Um, let me see what these other two are bringing in here too. Well. So you have the four. I'm sorry, that's the four pentacles. Because you also have the 4 of wands here, which is a different type of energy coming in there, isn't it? So 4 of pentacles is a stable outside world, and this is stable energy, can represent um celebrations and even weddings and stuff. So I don't know. Got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is about they have the Ace of Wands. It's almost like the magician energy where they like the energy that's going on between you. They feel safe and stable. And so it's unfolding in this nice way here. I feel like they are ready to use that magic wand to move forward in things, but I wouldn't rush it. I wouldn't do anything with that. Let me see what else they have. Whoa, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because there's the Ace of Cups. The World card is ending of major cycles and beginning of new ones, and then there's new emotion coming in. So I feel like with all these cards that there is romantic interest, but they like the stability they have now, and they're kind of just biding their time to where they feel it's right to move forward into something different. Um, yeah, because they don't wanna ruin a good thing, and so just let that stable those 2 4s are about stable energy. Think about it like a big table with 4 huge legs on it. It's a very solid foundation. They like what's developing, they like the foundation, and so they will take it to a new level when they feel it won't mess things up. Because I feel like they really enjoy, the friendship and the energies, and they just don't want to. You know how like when you really enjoying something, you're like, why screw it up by trying to fix it? But it's going to take its natural cycle anyway. So I feel like that's what they're enjoying it, and they're okay with it moving forward, but they're just allowing it to unfold. They're not rushing things. They're enjoying the journey and the process. So that's what would Spirit would encourage you to do as well. Just don't worry about jumping to the future and putting everything there. Just enjoy it for what it is, because when expectations kick in, then that's when the wind goes out of the sail. When we're try to make it be something in a certain amount of time, and are focused on the end instead of enjoying the beautiful unfolding of it. And that's what they want you to do, is just to enjoy the beautiful unfolding of it. Excuse me. So that's what they have for you, Benita. So yay. Blessings for you. All right. Dollface Diva, you are up next, and then Strawberry Rose, you will be up after that. All right. So, how will this weekend go? So, let's take a look here. Kind of into the runic tarot right now. So, they want to stick with it. So, let's take a look here. How will this weekend go for Diva? Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. So you've got the temperance, so balance and patience. The weekend is going to be A weekend where just don't rush through anything, because you also have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is also the last thing that grows on the fruit is the fruit tree. So don't rush this weekend. They're like, really, just take a step back and go with the flow, because you do have the Page of Cups, which is higher love, it's emotions, it's trust in your intuition. And I almost feel like it's a weekend of try not to make like absolute exact plans where your weekend is full of all these scheduled things. Try to go with the flow as much as you can and just allow things to unfold and flow as they will. Because I feel like that is what the will result in the highest experience for you. Because you do have two patience and taking your time cards, and then the Page of Cups, which does talk about higher intuition, trusting your gut and trusting your instincts, and emotional, fulfillment. Allow things to come to you too. I really focused in on the chalice, the holy grail that the Page of Cups offers too, that you get to just um, be pampered almost. It's like allow this love to flow into you and fill you up and overflow out. And it's just like just feel like you're floating through the weekend, just enjoying things for what it is, following your gut and your heart, and having a wonderful weekend. So I'd like that. It's like breathe and enjoy as you flow. So that's what they have for you, Diva. So many blessings to you. All right, Strawberry Rose, you are up next, and then Lisa Marie, you'll be after that. So you'd like a general love reading for November. So we are switching decks now. We're going into the good tarot. So we'll take a look there and see what Spirit would like you to know. All right. So general. Whoa, okay. Look out. Good thing you guys are not here live, in the room. You might take out an eye. All right. Wow. Okay. So let's see what we got going on here. All right. I like it. So it starts off with the temptation card. So, wow. You have temptation coming your way in November. But it's also the shadow and the devil card in the regular standard tarot, which does, don't let it scare you, especially with the other cards that are coming. Because this is just, it's Saturn, kind of Capricorn energy, which they rattle your cage. They allow you to um, question your thoughts and beliefs and approaches to things. So, since we're talking about love, it's like in the beginning, this Saturn energy just likes to poke and go, is this really what you believe? Are you really believing that? Let's challenge it. Let's look and look at it a different way. Because Saturn just basically takes any of our beliefs around whatever it's flowing through, and it wants us to question our belief about who are you supposed to be? What is a relationship supposed to be? What is love? Who are they supposed to be? And it's like challenges it. And when you do the work that Saturn brings in, which is what this energy is, when you do the work on those things, you also get the reward, which is amazing because you have the Empress, which is new birth, new things coming in for you in November too. So if you do the work and question your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets on the approach to love and relationships, you get the reward of a new meeting, a new relationship that sparks. And you have the Seven of Water, the Seven of Cups, which you can look at this as like multiple wishes, multiple things that come to fruition, multiple. I don't want to. It's almost like you have your pick of several, instead of just like, oh, look, there's the one. It's like you get to see there's more fish in the sea. That's hilarious. So look all the fish in the sea that are out there. And that's what happens when you open up your expectations. When you have a lot of expectations of who someone's supposed to be, you're missing all the fish out here. And so when it opens up, then that's what you get to see that there's so many more possibilities out there, so many more fish in the sea than I imagined when we open our the barriers and allow that. So I like that for you. They're gonna be hilarious, I think, this weekend. Uh-oh, Spirit is getting sassy and fun more than usual. So that's what they have for you. So I love that approach. So just take a look at what you feel, your expectations are around relationships. It creates the openness, it open, all this newness comes in with all these options. And then you're like, wow. And don't feel like you have to jump to one and go, well, this is the kind of fish I want. Just go, you know what? I can go out. I can go out. I can go out. It doesn't mean I'm going to, commit to that. It's like I've never, been out with someone with that type of personality or that, kind of background or whatever. And it's like, go enjoy, go experiment, go swim with the fishes. So that's what they have for you, Strawberry Rose. Many blessings to you. All right, Lisa Marie, you are up next. And then Rishi, thank you so much. And we will have your reading next. So, Lisa Marie, you'd like a general love reading about your husband who left you, and where do you stand in the future? Divorce, reconciliation. Okay, well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. I know those are always challenging journeys, so we send you a lot of love and a lot of support. And a card already fell out. Let's see what else they want you to know. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Anything else? Okay, they want that one too. So let's see what we got here. All right. So you have the Page of Fire, which is about new passion, new energy, new drive. So I feel like with that, starting off the reading and looking at some of these other cards, that it's not in your highest experience to have reconciliation. And they have the patience card, which you know is balancing and patience, um coming in, but I don't feel it's like waiting for them, because you also have the Hierophant. And when you look at 14, you add 4 and 1 together, it's 5, and you have the Hierophant here. 5 is the number of change. And this also is, the Hierophant can be thought of as marriage or contracts, commitments. And so this is all about having the patience of the change that you're experiencing, just knowing that it is going to result in you moving up in the outside world and new things coming in the outside world, because the 8 of Pentacles is about, like, you've been an apprentice, you've been doing the work and putting everything, really focusing on growth. And this is about, on the outside, you move up to the 9 of Pentacles, which comes after this, which is about you finding your wholeness and your worth inside you without any other help on the outside. So I feel like, you know, their advice for you is that if reconciliation was on the table, they're almost saying, like, you know what? The experience did what it was supposed to do, and you've learned and gleaned what you wanted to, and it's about you understanding your worth in relation to the outside world. But they're like, next, ready to go on, because then you have the Call, which is normally the Judgment card, which is normally XX, double endings and double new beginnings. And it's about you connecting more to your higher self and moving inward and upward than outward, especially like going backward. They're like, this is going to be moving forward, and it's for your highest. So it's like your higher self is calling you into a different place in your life. with that. So I feel like again, they're saying that it is in your highest experience not to, because what is coming, where you're headed, where you with you doing the work that you're doing on yourself, you get to an entirely different place where you'll be like, thank God, thank God, thank God we didn't reconcile. You know, so I feel like and it's raw. I know probably now, but I feel like that inside. You're like, yeah, I know that it's familiar. It's the devil you do know, then the devil you don't, and I feel like they're saying, no, no, it's okay. Uh, you can let them go, and people don't leave us. People are removed out of our lives, and I think that's important. Wow, Oof, that hit deep. So I think that's important, really important for you. I'm almost am tearing up out of like joy and relief. That's like, yeah, it's true. Feel that in your soul. People don't leave us. People are moved out of our lives so that you can move forward in the path that is meant for you. Wow. So powerful. That's for you and for anyone else that resonates with. So that's their message for you, Lisa Marie. Many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. Rishi, you are up next. And then Cynthia, hello, hello. You will be up next after that. So let's take a look here. Rishi, thank you. Can I know why you were let go from the previous job despite setting boundaries? We're going to move into the Witches Tarot and let's see what they want you to know about this situation. I almost feel like that message we just said also goes for jobs and relationships, that jobs don't leave us, they're removed out of our lives for us. That's a big thing in life, right? Just realizing that everything that comes into our lives and out of our lives is for us. Things don't happen to us. There's a very uh, defined pattern of fated events that our soul made arrangements with everyone else on how it was going to unfold so that we could have the experiences we want. And we still, though, within each of those, still have the power to choose what it means and what we want to feel as we go through it. So the fated events unfold, we still get to put our flavor on the experience for ourselves. But it's not an out of control drama train. It's a very thought out, well planned train ride with all the stops. That's like a monorail train at Disney World where it's connected to the track and it's all very specific and unfolds. So wonderful message for all of us with that too. Let's take a look here what they want to specify here. A card already made itself known. Let's see, is there anything else besides what we just said? Okay. Yep. Yep. So 8 of Pentacles. So this is that you were ready to move into a different place. You were ready to move up in the outside world. All the work, everything that you were doing, you couldn't stay where you were anymore. And so even though maybe it's something like, no, I wanted to stay there. It's like, well, no, you couldn't, because this next movement up in the outside world, you wouldn't be able to do that and move in that direction having been comfortable and feeling safe there. You wouldn't make the leap and do different things that you're doing now or will be doing if you were still in there, because it would have been comfy and it would have been like, well, I should just stay here. I've got history and I know this place and da 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 da, but you wouldn't pursue anything else otherwise. And you have the 6 of Cups, which does represent it's nostalgia and looking back at old things. And so it's like it's a good memory to have. It's, you can look back at this situation and transform the memory, because the 6 of Cups is about realizing that every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. And when you look back at a memory and it feels fearful, like, they let me go and that hurt. Well, that was fear kicking in because we had a belief of what we are all taught that when you're let go from a job, it means it's something about you, that you weren't good enough, that blah, 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 they didn't like you, or, there's all this that, is a conditioned story we were told. It's a popular opinion of that's what it means, but you get to choose differently. And now you can really understand and look back and go, it happens for me. Jobs are removed for me. So I can go back to this feeling I had when I found out they were letting me go and be like, thank you. You did me a favor. It's like being in an abusive relationship and they break up with you. You were afraid to leave it because you didn't know what else was out there and you were afraid of what it means and everything. But when they let you go, and you're like, "Run!" because what a blessing, right? And we can look back at that, and I feel that's what they want you to do with the 6 of Cups is look back on it as it was something that happened for you rather than something that happened to you, and look at the big pioneer, the big opportunities that opened up for you to go in directions you wouldn't have gone had you been still working there. So, that's what they have for you, Rishi. Many blessings. All right, Cynthia, you are up, and then Miss Lovely, you'll be up after that. So, Cynthia, whoops. No, actually, we're about to go into your reading right now, Cynthia. Now that you're all squeaky clean, you're all ready. So let's take a look here. You want to know how will it go with Eric tomorrow? Let's take a look. All right. So how will it go with Eric? All right. Can I get some clarity on that last card? Whoa. Okay. It's not the clarity I wanted, but I figured that's what it meant. Let me see. Just scroll down there. Okay. So your first card you got is the Hermit card, which for me, I feel like this means that it's going to be, I don't want to say it's like you're sitting there alone, but I almost feel like it might get um, rescheduled. Because I feel this is like you're turning inward and you're alone in this situation. And you also have the Seven of Pentacles, which the Seven of Pentacles is about. The last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And it's about when the fruit starts to grow, there's a change of direction. It's like a change of mind and what you want to do and what you want from it. So I feel, I just feel like unless this meeting is to talk about futures or something like that, I feel like this is mm, you end up being in this inner journey by yourself and a change of direction with what you want in life. Because you also have the Emperor card. And the Emperor card would represent you saying, "This is my life. Um, This is my kingdom. I'm going to make choices for me and no one else. I'm not going to let someone pretend they're the emperor of my kingdom and make me be a stable hand shoveling poop all the time." It's like, no, I am in command. And when I asked for clarification on the emperor, you got both the temperance, balance, and patience card and your power of choice card that you get to choose what something means and what you want to feel go through it, and you get to make the choices for your life. So I feel like there's this whatever is going to happen tomorrow. um, at first I thought it was like it's going to be postponed and then it's going to take some time to get back to that place, but I almost feel it's the opposite. Like whatever this, is, if it's a date or if it's a meeting about futures or something like that, it's like, you know what? I'm going to choose what I want, and I'm not going to, you know, be in this place of uh, waiting on someone, waiting by the phone, waiting, for someone to decide for me and everything else. It's like really this, you know, stepping up because there's a lot of patience card, but I feel like the patience stuff is like you want to wait or you want to like you've been very patient, been waiting a long time, and it's like no, I'm going to go at this on my own. I'm going to change directions. I'm taking control of the situation or my life. I'm the one that's going to make these choices because I've been waiting long enough. So that's what I feel like is really coming through in the cards is like boom. Yeah, because the 9 of cups they said, and then the bottom card, which is your wish fulfillment card. Again, 9 is the hermit's journey. And so it's like you find your wish and you are the one that makes it happen. So I'm not sure whatever this situation is now. I'm curious, but I'm not going to be nosy. But so I feel like you are the one that's going to step up and go, you know what? No, I'm not going to just go and do what I always did and wait and wait and wait. I'm going to say, here, this is what I want. Are you able to do this or not? It's almost like not that harsh, but it's just like you're tired of doing what you've always have done. And it's just like I've waited long enough. I keep on hearing. So that's what they have for you, Cynthia. So many blessings to you, whatever that means. I'm sure it resonates with you. All right. So, Miss Lovely, you are up. And then Honey Dip, hello, hello. We'll check on that with you next. So, Miss Lovely, you want to know is it a good idea to move back to Georgia right now with your husband? Okay. I feel like I'm going back to the runic tarot here. Let's take a look and see what we've got happening. Thank you, everybody who's given me a thumbs up on the video. I really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. It makes the YouTube algorithm want to share all of my videos with more people. So it helps share the Zen love. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. All right. So, is it a good idea to move back to Georgia with your husband? Okay. Anything else? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Okay. All right. Well, you have the King of Cups coming in first. And the King of Cups represents, even around a whole bunch of emotional waves, they have a steady approach and control over their emotions because they also have air, which is the mind. And so they have a good understanding of balance between heart and mind. You also have the Star card. And the Star card normally means hope, but they really are I love this little battling against the serpent. But I feel like this is connecting to your higher self and connecting to your gut. So it's like trust your intuition, look at logic, you know, you're taking in you're balancing your mind with your heart. But I really feel like they're saying trust your gut and trust your intuition too, because you also have the Devil card, which is about challenging your beliefs. And it's like there's this situations that are being brought into your path that you are like, okay, what does this mean? Is this really what I want? Because you also have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is on a quest, right? And it's about movement, but it's more movement of thought and mind because you are in pursuit and the questing after capital T truths, higher truths. You want to know what's really happening, what's really going on. And it allows you to cut away expectations, thoughts, and beliefs that you've had before that are the small T truths, things that are rooted in the fear of losing a conditional love. You have the 7 of Pentacles too, which the 7 of Pentacles do does represent a change of direction. It's, you know, about patience. Things are gonna come to it's like if you can wait, like if it's a move right now, no, wait. Because and I love how they have the Ace of Swords. They normally don't have the swords and the pentacles here, but it's like because you have new information that's going to come, that's going to allow you to have a clear understanding and have the answers. So I feel like if if it's not a hell yeah move, then it's a wait because there's more information that you need before you make a decision. And I feel like with that devil card there, with that shadow, that they're shaking up your thoughts and your beliefs, and you're rattling your cage so that you can be free and you can understand what it is that you really want and what you want to do. So I kind of feel like they're saying, not now, wait if you can, because like they said, if it's not an absolute yes in your mind, then it's a no, it's a wait. Because you have, if you have don't have enough information to make this decision, that means there's something more coming that you need to know. So, with that, it's like wait if you can, and wait until it's an absolute hell yeah to move. And if you don't get that, then that's your answer. So that's what they have for you, Miss Lovely. I like it for you. Making decisions for you. All right. So many blessings. Hang in there. All right, honey dip. Let's take a look here. It's interesting that we're going into the Mars retrograde, which Mars is all about our relationship to divine masculine or masculine energy, people in authority, fathers, brothers, men, or people with the divine, with the masculine energy. So interesting that you're wanting to know if you reconnect at this time, will you regret it? We'll pull cards, and then Pooja Gupta, you will be next. So let's take a look here. All right. So what would you like Honey Dip to know about this reconciliation with the father, the papa? What? So you have the Knight of Cups, which is the pursuit, the quest for higher love and for the love that every child wants. So it's like this is the quest. It's like I want this, and I have this. We have this natural thing inside of us as children of children of children of children, that we want that feeling of mother father love. However, you have the 3 of swords, which is the expectations and disappointment card, and the 5 is the conflict card of mental conflict as well. And I feel like that I don't know if you'll regret it. This they're saying that, there's expectations which equal disappointment, and that there's a differentiation differing of expectations. So there will, you want this, and this is what you think is supposed to be, and this is what they think is supposed to be, and that's going to be this clashing, this. Psh, 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 psh. So let's see. So it doesn't necessarily tell you will you regret it, because you might not. You might like to battle, but yeah, because there's the moon, Mother Luna, uh, the nurturing mother side more so, and cycles and endings and new beginnings, the unknown, the hidden. Um, yeah. I never saw that on this card before, if you can see that. See the little rose that's protected? Come on. There it goes. See the flower that's protected in the shield? I almost feel like it's trust your gut, trust your intuition, connect. Um, and I kind of feel like you already know, right? Yeah. Because you have the 10 of cups, which is about emotional fulfillment overflowing, right? But I feel like you'll find that you don't need to have this reconciliation in order to have that in your life, right? The chalice, the holy grail, the real search we have is for a love that we find inward and upward, not outward, because w- you know uh, that what we find on the outside is that conditional love with full of expectations, and I always say expectations equal disappointment. So um, I feel like the quest is for love and understanding what love you're looking for and where. Um, is where you'll find that emotional fulfillment, where you'll find, this celebration that you don't have any expectations on who they are and what they should have been to you or need to be for you in the future. If you find it all from within, then whatever they give is above and beyond extra, and you're okay with it. You have this party going on, and then someone's just bringing more dessert, and you're like, "Oh, I've already eaten. I've already had dessert. I've actually had 3 desserts, so now there's more." And I don't feel like you need to, like, you can reconnect with them if you want, but you don't have to. If there's no expectations around reconciliation or who they are supposed to be and should be and need to be, you can get to know them as a person, understand more about yourself. But if you do it without expectations, then you won't regret it because there's not going to be anything that you're needing from them. It's like meeting someone and getting to know them without uh, having them need to be anything for you. That you wouldn't regret. But if you go in there going with all the ideas and expectations of what a father should be, disappointment, capital D, capital I, capital SS, disappointment. It's going to be a dissing appointment. So that's what they have for you, honey dip. I know you'll follow your heart, follow your intuition, um, but you might want to do that inner work first on expectations if you do want to approach them and reconnect. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you, honey dip. Right, Pooja, you are next, and then Coco, you'll be up next. So let's take a look here. Pooja, you want to know if Naman or Naman, I'm probably mispronouncing, my apologies, is your true love, and does the universe have your back on this? So I know the universe absolutely always has your back, but we'll find out if this is your true love. So let's take a look. And actually, I want to move over to the good tarot. Take a quick drink. All right. All right. So tell us about Naman for Pooja. What would you like them to know? Okay. So you do have the Chariot card here, which is all about the power of choice, and this is about movement too, which I really feel that's what's happening here because you've got the Chariot and the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Earth. And the 5 of Earth in this situation with this movement, and with 5 being the number of change with the outside world, this is about things changing as far as your worth in relation to the outside world. And so um, I feel like, you're asking if the universe has your back. That Five of Earth, the Five of Pentacles is about this change of understanding that it's not humans that will bring you what you need in your sustenance each day. It is source, it is creator, it's the universe, whatever you believe your higher power is. They have unlimited resources and they're going to make sure you have what you need in each moment. So that's kind of like them going, yeah, we've got your back. We're the ones that bring everything to you, even though it comes through humans sometimes as the delivery company. We have that. And you have this powerful ability to choose what you want to fill in each moment and what story you want to put around any moment. And it's like the universe is saying, we've got your back and you're so much more powerful than you can imagine. You're the one that gets to choose what something means in your life and what you feel, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like we do because of all the popular opinions that have been pumped into our heads when we were younger, telling us what something is supposed to mean and how we're supposed to feel as we go through it. So they want to start off by saying that, like, yeah, we've got your back. We make sure you have everything you need. It's not those people out there that do that. And you are so much more powerful than you realize that people convince you that to believe a certain way and, feel a certain way, but you don't have to. You're that powerful. And then they go, and then you have the Two of Cups. So there is love. This is a beautiful love relationship that you have with Naman, or however you say his name. I apologize. So it is a beautiful, I mean, there you guys are swimming together, right? And there's the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands. So passion, spark, beautiful energy that comes in with this relationship. So there definitely is a spark. There's definitely a lot of passion that's there. Um, just don't let the fire burn up the fishies. No fried, no fish fry. Take it slow, let things unfold. Um, and the King of Air is coming in here, which is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is very very much in their minds and their head. And I feel like this is what Spirit is wanting you to know about, your how to keep this passion, this true love. When you meet someone, we usually don't have any expectations on them, right? So, you know, we haven't met him yet, so we have no expectations. We don't even know someone, right? And then we meet him, and boom, they're doing this is who they are and what they're doing, and we're like, wow, look at all that amazingness we see in them. And then we start dating or get engaged, and uh, expectations rise and they become less and less amazing. And then we get married, and then it feels like they have fallen short. And why did they change? But they didn't change. Just our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets about what it means to be in a relationship, what it means to be engaged or married or whatever. It's what takes the wind out. It's what sucks the life out of this beautiful, you know, passionate love. It sucks all the air out and then the flame burns out. And that's what happens in so many relationships because we have all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that we've been convinced are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be because of all that opinion. But if we can keep expectations to zero as much as possible, celebrate focusing on who they are and how amazing they are instead of who they're not being and what I don't like about them, that if we keep it at zero as much as we can, then it keeps that beautiful passion and everything alive. And so they have this advice to give you. It's like this beautiful love that you have with them that it will unfold, but try not to get caught up into your head and all those voices of all those supposed to be's, because that is what will suck the life right out of it. So they love this love for you, but they also have a warning label for you, um, to be able to keep that passion alive and keep that spark. Just focus on what you love about them and keep focusing on that. not on what people say someone should be or all that stuff. So there you go. Many blessings, Pooja. I love that for you. All right, Coco. My day went very well, thank you. And we will give you a general read for the weekend. And then, Jaylin, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Miss Lovely. All right, very good. And then Cynthia, you will be up next after that. So, general read for the weekend. I do not have my Radiant Rider weight. I know you prefer those, but today they're over there. I know. I could get up off my butt and get them. But I feel like this is a treat for you today. Something new. All right. So let's take a look here. What would you like, Coco, chords of gratitude, to know about this weekend, please? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. So you got your ever wonderful, beautiful Chariot card coming in here, which is all about power of choice, which we just talked about. Whatever happens this weekend, it's great. It's like this weekend, you're really understanding that wherever every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. The white wolf, the dark wolf, the white horse, the dark horse. And whatever you focus on is what, you get to choose. And there's no wrong choice, they're just different choices. And so you can, if you're feeling one way and you don't want to feel that way, you can change it up. And if you want to change back and bounce it back and forth, hey, it's a chariot race. There's movement. There's definitely things that are happening, that are opening up the possibility for you to choose. So there are events that are coming, your way, and you have the emperor and you have the king of water, the king of cups. So emperor is showing that you do have this, it's four is jumping out for me about the stability of your kingdom, that you are really taking control this weekend on what you want and what you want it to be and how it is unfolding. So I feel like there's activity and you're getting stuff done in your kingdom, and because of that, it is creating opportunity for choices that have to be made. And the king of water, of course, is the balancing of the heart and the mind, or the heart and the mind, depending on where your mind is. But regardless of any kind of emotional waves and stuff that are going around, the king of cups feels in control of their emotions. So I really feel like you really are standing in your power this weekend, with all three of those cards. And this is why you have the three of air, which is the three of swords. So expectations equal disappointment, opportunity to feel disappointment if we want. But you have the high priestess card too, which I love that for you, because I feel like it's, in opportunities where this comes up, if you just take a step back and go into your high priestess temple, look behind the scenes, connect higher, understand what's going on, that you come through it in a very different way this weekend, because I feel like your power of choice kicks in and you're like going, you know what? I could choose to feel dark horseness if I want. And it's like, there's so many, like, so horses in a parade, how they have the little poop catchers on the back of them, right? Um, they're showing the dark horse doesn't have one of those, but the white horse does. And so it's like when we choose the dark horse, then we get to clean up a lot of horse dung in the process. Whereas the white horse, if we choose that, we feel it's less horse dungy. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down there. So I do love that for you. And you have the seven of air as well. So this is like you really are having this wonderful awareness that comes with the Seven of Swords about what it is of your own thoughts and your own beliefs and mindsets that you've inherited and were given to you. You're really questioning those that are stealing things from your life. And, not necessarily in the physical life. I know you had some of that going on. This is what of your thoughts and your beliefs are stealing things like your joy, your peace of mind, your peace in your life. And so it is a great weekend of huge awareness. I feel like you really step into your power because with, the um, seven of, uh, air, you have that seven of the chariot. And so this is what you have this beautiful power you learn about your power of choice is about um, why do I think that way? Why is that coming up? Why is that bothering me? And you're really going, "Oh, okay, I get it. And no, I don't want to choose that. I don't want to feel that way today." And you're having this like power that kicks in. So I do love that for you, Coco. So many blessings for you this weekend. Just trust that intuition, though. That high priestess is really about nudging you inward and upward and inward into your emotions. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And guys, thank you so much for all the thumbs up. I so much appreciate that. It really helps out the channel and helps spread the beautiful messages of love from above and the Zen love. So thank you guys for doing that. I really appreciate it. All right. So let me just make sure I'm not skipping anyone here. All right. And Cynthia, did you have a specific question or let me see here? Actually, we did already did yours. Did we already do yours? Okay. Yeah. So we did that already. Okay. So that was the free reading there. But you did mention something down here. Wow. I love it. I'm sorry you're going through that, Cynthia, but I love the confirmation there with spirit. So there we go. Wow. They blow me away. I just love spirit. All right. So Dale, you are actually up next. And then Jaylin, you will be up after that. So Dale, you're worried about your doggy. Oh, 15-year-old Chihuahua. He was whimpering, took him to this vet, couldn't find anything wrong with him, said it could be arthritis pain. Oh, poor little Bobo. So let's take a look here. Let's look at the runic tarot and see what kind of guidance they can give you on that. Get him some special doggy brownies. Let's see here, Dale. So tell us about the little doggy here. Mm. Yeah. You know, got the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands here. And when I saw this, I just felt heat. And so I kind of feel like maybe that is it getting cold where you're at? I wonder if that's kicking in here because you do have the Judgment card, which is, and I just looked at it. It's like it looks like it's all the fire and the warmth and everything going on there too. But trust your gut and trust your intuition too, because the King of Wands can represent like your soul and your higher self, and the Judgment card is like this calling from your higher self to connect there. And the Ace of Wands is energy and spiritual energy too. So, have you ever tried? Do you do any like energy healing? Um, One, I feel like warmth and heat is important. So maybe give him if he doesn't have a little sweater and it's cold where you're at, uh, try that maybe to help him with his arthritis. Of I know getting old. I wake up and I'm like, I didn't even do anything. Why is my back aching? But then it's like, oh, it's cold out. But I feel too. if you haven't tried it, we all have very powerful energy within us, that love energy. And especially for, something that you care so much about. If you can't do anything in the physical world for them, your heart aches and it's holding on to them, if they're just laying down, just put your hand on them and let your love flow through you into them, and just imagine it just surrounding them and heating them up, and taking away and lightening up the pain and stuff. And we can do that for ourselves and for others and even across the world, and knows time or space. In fact, in the U times two videos that I put out, both last week's and then the one that just came out today, I do talk about energy and how you can send energy to help people. So you might look into that and just be surprised at, because of the amount of love you have for little Chihuahua. Um, there's a lot of energy that can move in to help them, and you can help ease their pain and lighten it up, and just see how it changes and how it changes them. So our energy is a very, very powerful energy, that unconditional love energy that gets activated when we have compassion in our heart for someone that we see is in pain and hurting. So I will also send love. In fact, if anyone wants to join with me just right now, we're just going to send love to Dale's little Chihuahua. Allow it to surround and ease the pain. If they get hyper all of a sudden, that happens to my host. She has a couple dogs, and one's an older dog, and when we arrived, when I came here, he started acting like a puppy again. That energy can just really, fill them up. So, um, I love that, and I will add it to my list to I have a list here somewhere. Here, I'll just write it on a sticky note. Um, I'll add it to sending energy daily to your Chihuahua as well. All right. So many blessings to you. I feel like that's what you can do for them. They're not giving us any like indication of, yeah, yeah. So got the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, which is things changing and things changing for them. So I feel like that's it's changing in a positive direction for him. So I like that for him. So many blessings to you, Dell. You hang in there. All right, Jay Lynn, you are up next. And then let's see, Miss Lovely, we already asked that one. Okay, so Michael, you will be up next after Jalen. So Jalen, can you tell me what's in store for this weekend? You're going to a Halloween party night. Whoa! All right, let's take a look here, Jalen. See what's going on there. All right. So what's in store for you this weekend? What would you like Jalen to know? All right. All right. All right. Well, you are going to have a new adventure that begins this weekend. So, evidently, there's something coming in there for you. You do have the King of Cups coming in too, as well as the Knight of Swords. So, I feel like, the king is very balanced between his heart and his mind. Um, but I feel like there's like this adventure starts, and I don't mean like mind games um, with this, because um, the knight is in pursuit of higher truth, higher understanding, and part of this is that when they find this, it allows them to cut away expectations. That knight, that ace of swords allows you to really cut away expectations. And I love Halloween parties because people are dressed up and usually and they're not themselves. And so when people are wearing masks and makeup and different things, they tend to let out their real selves. And I like that because that a lot of expectations are more open at Halloween parties or masquerade parties and things like that because the uh people feel more confident to just express themselves when they don't have their regular masks on that people put up, right? And so I feel like because expectations are, more fluid, that it allows you to meet someone that you normally wouldn't meet. Because you also have, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Huh. So this is the um, nine of pentacles. At first, I was like, "Is this the nine of swords?" But I don't think it is. This is the nine of pentacles because they are very feeling very at home and very comfy there. Which this is about you finding this solid feeling about your worth within yourself, and I kind of feel like this is this is definitely a good card to get because it's like you feel like your outside world is just full of life and full of success and abundance. So I like this for you this weekend. And you have the eight of wands that comes in too, which is a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of um, just your overall energy that comes in too. So I feel like you really enjoyed this party and what starts from it because you do end up starting a new adventure because of it. So there is this newness coming in, Jalen. So I like it for you. Take it easy. But I think you're going to have a blast in a lot of ways. And it does create a nice spark of a new adventure. So I like it. Many blessings to you, Jalen. All right. So, Miss Lovely, we already answered that question. And Michael, so you want to know, will Libra and you spend the rest of your lives together? And then Queen Bee, you will be up next. So I do want to switch here to the Witch's Tarot. Take a quick drink. All right. So let's take a look here, Michael. Will Libra and you spend the rest of your lives together? Okay. No. That's it. It's just no. I'm sorry. You have the Five of Cups here, which does show spilled expectations, spilled emotions. You also have the Death card and the Empress card, which this is all about endings and new beginnings. So, um, you know, it's designed. I mean, it's literally in the cards, right? And uh, I know it's disappointing, but just know that it does always happen for us. That if it's not, it's like they're playing the country song, "Thank God for Unanswered Prayers," because with this not going to work out and be forever, this new birth that you have is going to be so much more than you ever imagined in your life that it's going to be, you're going to look back and go, wow, thank you for allowing, one thing to fall away to open up and allow this to happen because I would never would have imagined that this could happen to me in a very, very positive way. So just know that it does unfold, on purpose for a purpose. And you can even see here in the Five of Cups how three cups are spilt, which is the current situation. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little better. There it goes. And then you have the Two of Cups. This is what the results afterwards is you do find new love, a love that is destined and well this was destined too for to be what it is for you to understand about yourself and different things too, always a mirror for you, but what it ends up where you end up going and who you end up being with, mind blowing. And it's going to be so worth it. So um that's what they have for you right now, Michael. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right, Queen B, you are up next. And then Katie P. All right. You'll be up after that. So, Queen B, how does TJ feel about you since you've been separated? All right. So, anything else? Okay. All right. So he's had Six of Swords are like your thoughts and your mindsets and mental expectations and things. And it's about movement of mind. And he's moved from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. And um, it's all about the outside world and worth for him here because he has the Knight of Pentacles, which is in pursuit of the Ace of Pentacles, but then there is the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So he's like so focused on the outside world and basing his worth on that. Sorry, the screen froze. I was like, oh. So hopefully it's still going here. Yeah. So he's so focused on the outside world. It's like he's really going through this uh, reflection in his mind and his thoughts and his beliefs about what he wants in the outside world, what it means for him, what he wants, and all that. I mean, it's all about the coin. It's all about the physical world. It's all about his worth in relation to the outside world, the outside world, the outside world. And so he's just super focused on that. And you know, it's like he wants to have this, dream life of the dog and, the love and the baby and the coin and all the success and the castle and the home and blah, da, da, da. He has all this stuff. And that's like what he's just pursuing. And that's like, um, I just feel like he's so consumed in that he's not, it's like he's trying not to think. He's gone from rough waters to smooth waters, which I feel means he's just kind of put a lot of stuff, like stuffed it all down, and then he's just focusing on the outside world. So there's no cups here, there's no emotions. So I feel like he's like totally turned off you know put emotions in containers, Tupperware, psh, psh, put them on the shelf, and he'd go, "I'll do with that later. I'm going to go focus on this outside world now." And that's what I feel like he's doing. Maybe he's an air sign because air signs can get into their mind and just really compartmentalize their emotions. And I feel like that's what's going on now. He's just kind of focusing on the outside world. So that's what's going on right now. Who knows? I mean, they know. What will happen. Yeah. I wonder, is he an Aquarius? Because this is the star card as an Aquarian. Very Aquarian thing. I'm an Aquarius sun, so I know how we can appear cold and unfeeling, but no, we just put our emotions in those water containers and put them over there. I have a friend whose husband's an Aquarian. They're like, every once in a while, I just have to ask him for one of his containers. Can I have some of your emotion, please? Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, here you go. But that's what's going on with him right now. Is he's so consumed with the outside world that emotions are on the shelf. So that's what they have for you right now. So hang in there. Many blessings to you, Queen Bee. All right, Katie. KDP. Let's take a look here. Right. And then Pallavi Kumari, you'll be next after Katie. So Katie. Jordan. Okay. So let's take a look here. What would you like Katie to know where the situation was, Jordan? I know. The suspense is killing you, isn't it? I'm sorry. You're like, come on. Okay. So you've got the emperor and the empress. I mean, there you guys are, right? Two people trying to rule over the kingdom. And then you have the ace of swords. And the ace of swords is about, looking to the higher truths that are rooted in unconditional love, which then cuts away all those expectations that we talk about, right? About all the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, what will be. And, uh, it's like, it's what frees you from all of the angst, all of the pressure, all of the fears about what, something means, who someone's supposed to be, and all of that. And it's really reinforced because you have the Four of Swords here, which is about peace of mind. And here, the Three Swords on here, that's the Three of Swords card, which is the expectations card, which, it usually has a heart with three swords stuck in it. And they're usually sleeping on the Ace of Swords. I mean, because you have the Ace of Swords here that is being given to you from the heavens as a gift to connect to higher truths and um, release and cut away the small t truths, the expectations. So again, this peace of mind comes in with the cutting away of all those things that are making the relationship feel so restricted, and what's been sucking the air out of the relationship is the supposed to be and the should and the need to be. The fear is what kicks in, and that's what makes people want to fight or flee. And so when all that is going on, that's how we solve the problem. The root of the fears that are creating the rift in the relationship is the fear of not living up to each other's expectations, right? And you have the Six of Pentacles, which in a relationship is the codependency awareness card. And I feel like, here's the Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. And it can be patience and waiting for things. And while you're waiting, work on the tendency to be an enabler in codependency, right? Which means that there's some deep rooted expectations that were created when you were younger about that you have to do extreme things, you have to overgive, you have to be, this person that is such a part of someone's life that they'll never leave you, and that you have to overdo things to get anything back, right? So whether it was parents or teachers or grandparents or coaches or siblings or friends, whoever it was that you had to do extreme things to fight for people's love and attention from very young, it rippled out into relationships now where with enablers, which I'm a recovering enabler, so just putting that out there. No judgment from me at all, but enablers will turn into parents in a relationship, because we need to give, 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 and we don't allow them to give back. And if we don't allow them to give back, then they want to give somewhere else. They want to be able to give. And if we don't allow them to do it in our relationship, then they'll workaholics or working out or hobbies or friends or affairs or whatever. They need somewhere where they can feel they can give too. And if we won't allow them to give because of our insecurity and our the sword, all those small t truths that are stabbing us and betraying us because we're like, I need to do all these things in order to be lovable. But all that ends is disappointment. And that's what, again, the need to overgive and to control and meet all those expectations is what is causing the rift, right? And so, um, doing your work, doing what you need to do for you to release yourself from all this long list of expectations on who you're supposed to be will allow you automatically release everyone else as well. But as long as you have yourself under these huge long list and everything that you need to do and should be and supposed to be and have to be and got to be, then when we have ourselves under that long list of laws, we become little sheriffs. We become little police officers who are out there policing, making sure everyone else is also living up to it. Because by golly, if I have to, so are you. And so it's pointing out who someone's not being and how you're disappointing and they're not doing what they're supposed to do and should do and have to do. And that creates that atmosphere of a codependent relationship, which is like I said, adult to adult becomes mama bird and baby bird, and we don't let baby bird. We'll give and we'll give and we'll give until we're exhausted, and we'll give and we'll give and give until we're resentful, and them not being able to give gives elsewhere. And that's how codependent relationships end up being. And I feel like that is, at the point here. So you were asking, and I know they went off on to tell you all that. So your question was, if you were to continue to follow through this breakup, will you get together afterwards? Well, that Seven of Pentacles is saying that if you don't do that work inside and you continue to be an enabler, that it won't work because they can't take that pressure of not being worth anything, because that's what we teach people. I know all of my exes that I was in codependent relationships with, I was like, wow, three of them went outside the relationship for other attention. And the other one just felt like they were nothing because when you try to take over and no one can keep up with your giving, they feel worthless. Like, why am I even in a relationship with you? What am I giving you? you know, but it's like, there it is. Um, and as long as we have that, that's how it ends up. So it's up to you. If you are going to look at those expectations you have on yourself and set yourself free, that sets them free. And then, like we talked about before, you're able to focus on how great someone is, what they are in your life instead of what they're not, because we don't have any rules we're comparing them to anymore. So I know that was a lot. Which is great that you can replay this over and over again. And you can be like, oh my God, he was just like blah, 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 blah. But that's what spirit does. And I feel like it's for more than just you and me. I feel other people can also, of course, glean from that information. So hang in there, Katie. That's what they have for you right now. Many blessings to you. I'm sending you a lot of love. All right. And guys, thank you so much for your patience as I do make my way down the list. And thank you so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help out the channel and helps that love get spread out to more people. So thank you so much. Right, Pallavi, we'll look into your career. And then Jessica, you are up next. And then Deb, love and light to you. You'll be up next after that. All right. So, Pallavi Kumari, you'd like guidance on your career. You have no job till now, and okay, and you want to get one. Which field should you focus on, or what should I give more importance to now, family or career? Okay, let's take a look here. I feel like I do want to move over to the good tarot. Let's see what's going on. All right. So tell us about career for Pallavi, please. Okay. What else? All right. So let's see what we have here. So you do have the Lovers card that popped up first. And I kind of feel like right now they do want excuse you to focus on family and love. Because you also have the Knight of Pentacles, the messenger of earth, which is about patience and seasons come. There's, the outside world, the out of the four nights, this is the slowest one because the other three are about your mind, your emotions, and your energy. This is about outside world, and the outside world moves so much slower than our thoughts and our emotions and our energy. So it's about that there is a season, like right now, it is time for you to focus on um, your family and love. But while you're in this period of time too, there is such a because you have the Knight of Pentacles is about patience and that. You also have the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Earth, which is about things unfolding. The last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit, that things are coming to fruition, that things are unfolding. And that there's also this message of that you, while during this period where you're focusing on your family, you change what you want to focus your energy on as far as career because it also is like when you start to see the fruit grow and you're like, apples, why did I plant apple trees? And then you think back and like, oh, everyone else wanted apples because they like applesauce and apple pie and blah, blah, blah. That's why I planted those, but that's not what I want. And so you really realize during this holding period what you want to do, like what your passion is. And so you find it during this little holding period where you're just going to focus on uh, not just that's a lot focusing on your family and love and then ta-da because also you have the Three of Wands, which the Three of Wands is about, you again changing of plans, changing of direction. So I really feel like during this holding period, you're taking all the pressure off. You're really finding out what it is that you want to do, and you come across something that just makes your heart sing, and that's what you want to head off to. Because then you have the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion. So I feel like something moves you within, and this is like your heart singing, and it's brought right to your face. It's like, oh, this is what I want to do with my life. Whereas before, I kind of feel there's a lot of supposed to's and shoulds, and everyone like, this is what you should do with your life. This is the career you should have, and you're like, okay, so this is, but it's like you're not. That's not your heart expressing your heart, and I feel like that is what happens here with this change that's kind of this holding period focus on family, but during that time whew, you do have this big awareness that comes in. So that's what they have for you, Pallavi. So Take a deep breath, focus on the love, let all the expectations go of of the direction you were headed, and allow yourself to see from your heart what would it be that would make your heart sing as far as a career and where you'd invest your energy. So I love it. So there you go. Many blessings to you. All right. So Jessica, what can you expect for the month of November? All right. We'll look into that. And then Deb, you will be next. And then Ling, yeah, actually, we spirit knows all, right? So we can see what energy your your uh, your pet Gingy has for you and S's connection. So we'll look into that. But right now, Jessica, we'll look and see what you can expect for the month of November. What would you like Jessica to know about November? Okay. All right. I like it. So you have the nine of fire, which would be the nine of wands. And so you really are really connecting to your inner power and who you are. And it feels very empowering month for you. So the nine of wands normally would show someone like with nine wands in front of them, which is like a block. And then, but you have one hand on the ace of wands, which shows you your power of going, oh, what's blocking me in my life is me. I'm the only one that can block me. And you move it. And then there's this space in between this barrier that you just walk through. And you're like, I have the power. And you move through that. And I love it because you also have the strength card, which is about you really connecting to your higher self and your understanding that the outside world isn't going to bring you what you're looking for, that you find it from inward and upward through your heart, connecting to your higher self in the spiritual realm. Because the lion here, he gets hungry. It's our human. It's told to look out here in relationship situations and things, and it finds that none of those things are satisfying because people change or they pass away, so relationships are not fulfilling for very long. Situations never stay the same, and things, our bodies, our bank accounts, possessions break down, deteriorate, blow up, catch on fire, are stolen. And so it gets hungry and it is not satisfied in the outside world. So it eventually is roaring in that higher self here, which is represented by the maiden. She comes down, she's made of the unconditional love that our human is looking for. And so you find this fulfillment within. I feel like that's where your power, you recognize that you're so much more stronger and powerful than you've ever been taught to believe, right? And so you do have this power that comes with that connection to the higher realms, realizing that you are so much more than this character that you're playing. You are a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And once you have this relationship with your higher self, you walk hand in paw and have this wholeness and this completeness, which is the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Earth, which tells us that when you looked through those things in the outside world to define your worth, you felt unstable. That's what they experienced. The instability of relationships with people passing away or changing, the instability of situations like job and education and social status, whatever things with all that explosions and being stolen and all that, you turn inward and upward, and that becomes this solid foundation, and your outside world then feels very solid, which allows for you to have mother nature, mother nurture taking care of you, focusing on you, but also new birth and harvest and beautiful things unfolding in your life in November too. So the spawn of it is connecting to your higher self, and then that just triggers everything else to just snowball and unfold in beautiful, fruitful ways. You know, because all of these three cards. You have the stability in the outside world, new birth in the outside world, and power coming in as well. So I love it for you. So a great November, just inward and upward, inward and upward. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you, Jessica. All right. So Deb, love and light to you. And I say, may you ask for what stops and blocks you from asking. Okay. So we will see what Spirit has to say for that. And then Ling, we'll take a look here at your pet. So let's see here, Deb. What keeps you from asking? All right. So what would you like Deb to know? All right. So you do have the calling from your higher self here. And normally this would be like just the understanding that, you're so much more than you're human and you're being called upward by your higher self. But I almost feel like this is more, um, like you're asking, like, why, what's the block? What keeps me from asking? It's like not recognizing how worthy that you are, and that um, it's like I don't know why, I don't feel like abandonment here, but for some, I mean, I don't see abandonment in any of the cards, but I feel abandonment, like, um, and that you have been, um, I don't want to say you've asked, like you've reached out your hand before and had it slapped, right? Like you've needed help and you've asked for help and were denied, or that you were surrounded with people that were undependable. And so you have like this worth here. And again, this, I just talked about this card, but I feel like it's like your worth, you learned very early on that you couldn't depend on any of those. So you became very independent, so independent, because people are, like I said, you have this belief people are not dependable. They will let you down over and over and over and over again. And the page of air is coming in here because there's new thought. You know, the page is bringing you the ace of swords, which is allowing you to connect to the higher truth about how lovable you really are, how worthy you are to receive assistance. And there's this change that's happening. I almost feel like it's the Five of Pentacles where it's really coming in like, you know what? People are not what bring me my sustenance anyway and my help. It comes from above. And then that, you know, they'll send them through the delivery company. But when I was depending on people before, that's where the abandonment and being left out in the cold energy comes from. It's like the Five of Pentacles energy. But you have the Page of Air, which tells you that you have this higher knowledge. You're connecting higher and higher to truths that are rooted in the unconditional love, instead of all that small t truths that we learned, that people are not dependable and they'll let you down, and you have to do everything yourself. You're really learning a lot of cutting away those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets, because you're really connecting to a higher place of your worth. Because here you are, King of Fire, King of Wands, which is your higher self, and you're seeing the love and the worthiness and the wholeness that you have, and that you have this unconditional love from above. No conditions, nothing you can do to lose it. You can't get on anyone's bad side in the higher realms where they cut you off, like people did in the physical realm, right? They're um, they're saying we're always going to love you. It's eternal. It's unconditional, not one condition that can take it away, and nothing you can do to gain any more because you have all of it already. And not only do we want to give you your sustenance, we want to give you more because it's worthy. And they're like, that's why it's like, just ask us, and we will deliver. Just ask because you are part of like a trinity. Um, it's usually what Father, Son, and Holy Ghost is usually the Trinity, I think, in the Christian realm. But it's mother of all things, father of all things, and child. And the creator is so capable of being 100% with us. What we don't have to share their attention with the other trillions and trillions and trillions of souls. We have this beautiful uh, like a only child relationship with the creator. We have our own personal trinity: divine mother, divine father, divine child. And they want to spoil us like an only child, like their only child, and they can do that for all of us without sacrificing any of it. So I feel like there is this only child type of relationship that they want you to be able to step in, and that they are like, we want to spoil you like our only child. And I feel like that's where the blocks and the stops are from asking, and from because it's that worth, because of the fickleness of humans, that they have disappointed you in the past, taught you that you have to be dependable upon yourself. But they're saying, no, you can depend on us. And they want that relationship. So I love it for you, Deb. That's what they have. Many blessings for you. All right. So Ling, you are up next. And then Catherine, 1111. You'll be up after that. All right. So let's take a look here. So Ling, we want to know, Gingy, how do they feel about you and S's connection? Let's find out. What would you like us to know? Too funny. Yeah, that's funny. So you got the 5 of swords and the 7 of swords. So they have conflicted. They have different kind of thoughts than we do, but they have it's like conflict, because both the 5 and the 7, they're not like smooth numbers. Even numbers are like threes, like a 6 is 3 on each side, and there's this nice smooth movement. But when you have like a 5 and a 7, it's like something right in the middle. And so I feel like they're jealous. I feel like they have this protectiveness over you, where they're just like always watching, just always ready to "Rah, rah, rah, rah," or you know, I don't even know what kind of animal it is, but it just feels like they're very protective, and they are always watching. And they it's like their place in the pack. They're like, you're under me, like you are above them. But the S, they're like, you're below me. What are you doing? I get priority over you. It's kind of like that attitude around it is what I'm sensing. So yeah, just give them lots and lots of love. Let them know how important they are. They have their place in the pecking order. So I love that. Too funny. All right. So Catherine, you are up next, and then Mary the Aries, hello. You'll be up next. So let's see here. What does V hold in his heart for you, his intentions, or say what he feels? Okay, let's take a look. Kind of want to move to the runic tarot here, and we'll take a look and see. All right, so what does V hold in his heart for you? His intentions, what he feels. All right. So you have the King of Cups here, which is someone who is very in control of their emotions, because they're in their mind and mind and heart. Which, with this Page of Swords, this is about. This is, I feel like, new communication. So they are someone who really is almost. You can almost feel like uh, too balanced. They're like, come on now, It's almost like they don't go way, way up and way, way down in their emotional reactions, or they don't go way up and down in their mind. They just have this nice little balance that's going on. And you're like, I want fire. I kind of feel like you are, maybe you're a fire sign, or you have a lot of fiery energy where you're just like, yes, I need I want not that you want drama, but you want some extremes now and then. I need, something. I don't want you to be a dead log laying there. I want you to be active. I want you to be expressive. And even if it's you getting angry, I want you to be angry. Just I want emotion out of you. And I kind of feel like that's where you're at, but I feel like that's what you're gonna get because the magician here is about divine masculine energy, about taking action and movement forward. And I feel like things are going to move forward. I feel like with that King of Cups that there is emotion there, but it's very balanced. Like they're in their head a little bit, with that Page of Swords too. But I feel like that's new communication that's going to be coming, and that they will take action. It may not be to the extreme that you want, but it's like, okay, fine. It's like, oh, I want them to take me away on a weekend. And they're like, hey, you want to go get some coffee? And you're like, really? Okay, fine. But so it's like you're going to have a lot of patience with them because it's like they're showing me a heartbeat monitor. Beep, beep. And you want beep 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 beep, beep. And it's like, where are those panels, right? Clear. Let's get your heart moving. But that's, I feel like, this is their personality. And if that is not something that is like up your tree, it's like that monkey is not going to go way up in the branches. It's like the monkey's going to climb up and sit on the first branch. And if you want something more and something more exciting and more, then it might be like, you know what? Let's see what else is going on out there. So that's what they have for you, Catherine. So many blessings to you. All right. So, Mary the Aries. Let's take a look here. Okay. So let's see here. You want to know just a general between Steve and you, just what's going on or what's in the future? What, just what? What? If you're going to get the house cleaning, okay, we'll do the house cleaning job in a moment. So let's say, general, what do you want Mary to know about Stephen? Sorry. Okay. All right. We've got two sixes coming in first here, and you got the Six of Cups, which is about nostalgia and memories, and you got the Six of Wands, which is about recognition and um, recognition, really. And I feel like these are what's going on with Stephen. There's some old memories and some old things that happened that have made them really, really need a lot of recognition. And, that of course can be, you know, abandonment, or being left alone a lot, or just, not getting attention very much at all when they're young. And so now there's this gaping hole in their heart where they just need so much of it that it actually reminds me of, now that they're saying all this, it reminds me of my ex stepfather. I was thinking like, um, because he had a really rough child, and his name was actually Steve, which is funny. But it's like they had such an abusive childhood, so bad. Never could do enough to make their father happy, and so he was a boaster. He always had to share everything that he was doing, and he had to always do something better than everyone else. So if someone had a story, he had a better story, all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that's the kind of energy that is around, because of that, what was going on there. And I feel like it's just like it's that kind of see me, look at me, see me, and it's like, okay, but that if we don't have a huge, solid self-esteem, then it just makes us feel like they're trying to push us down and make them that much bigger. But really it's the other way around. They see you up here and they feel they're down here. They're trying to boast themselves up to where they feel you're at. Um, so I kind of feel like that's what's going on there. Um, there is the Three of Swords, which is the expectations equal disappointment card. So I feel like there is some disappointing feelings now and in the future that things are not being how you think they should be. They're not thinking that things are the way they should be. And so there's a lot of that disappointment energy that's going on around. And you have the Page of Pentacles, which is about, you know, sometimes it's about new opportunities in the outside world. And I kind of feel like those things are not unfolding well with him and with you guys. But the Page of Pentacles always is also about the journey of wanting to find a higher worth in relation to how they rate themselves in the outside world. So I feel all that going on there, and it feels exhausting to me. And it just feels like, is this what I want? Am I going to be able to live with this? Right. But I feel like something's going to be coming up here that's going to change everything, because the Tower card is about something being removed out of your guys' lives to make room for something new, for a new adventure, it's like almost like this gets moved out of the way so that it allows for a new birth for something, to come in. So I almost feel like you would be okay with things ending. I think it feels like it's, the difference between living in this, and here you two guys are, you know, almost living in hell, or this is you heading off on your a new, um, adventure, feeling free, um, having everything you need in your knapsack there. But I kind of feel like that's the kind of energy that's coming in with this. So, um, let's see here about your cleaning job too. What would you like about the cleaning job tomorrow? Well, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles is about abundance in your outside world. It's a very positive card. So I would say that you do get the house cleaning job tomorrow. Um, but the rest of it, I feel like is, I'm like, Mary, what's going on? It's time to, uh, yeah, I just, that's what I'm getting from the cards there, Mary. So I think you're okay with it though. I think you know it and you're just like, you know, I know you've not been feeling well. I wonder if that's your body stressing out and going into fight or flight mode, right? But I feel like whatever's going to happen, you're going to feel okay with it because it's something being removed out of your life to allow this new beginning. So whatever is, the storm, this firestorm that's going on, it's going to be, which will be for you. And I feel you'll be okay with it. So that's what they have for you, Mary. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. So let's take a look here. Sorry, it scrolled down there. All right, there we are. So, Marie, you want to know who is this guy that you're going to meet? You don't want to wait. Who could it be? Let's see what they're willing to tell you here. All right, Cynthia. I'm glad that that's interesting. All right, and then Queen B should be able to get to you as well. So let's see here, Marie. Marie, what? Who's this guy that she's going to meet? Tell you, I was thinking might just make up some cards with initials on them so I can just be like, what's their first initial? What's their last name initial? All right. All right. Wow. So they're Eight of Fire, so Eight of Wands, very energetic, passionate person, possibly a fire sign, because you also have the Messenger of Fire that comes in here, which is the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Wands. So very, very passionate, vibrant individual. So I can almost guarantee that they're a fire sign. And not even, I feel like they're going to have a lot of fire in their chart, but like their sun and their moon are fire signs, I believe. It's like it just feels so, uh, they're just, uh, you know, like a Leo and a Sag and an Aries, how they're just like, hey, everybody, and just very upbeat and very passionate and had a lot of feeling and yeah, and you're just like, wow, look at that. And so it's like you're not going to be able to miss them. And you might even already know who they are. But transformation, this is a death and rebirth. And so I feel like they had not like they had a near death experience or something, but I wouldn't doubt it with as much fire as they have. It's like, oh my God, how many times did you come close to death? Because they're just like, yeah. But they have had, um, and that's why they're so on fire with life, is because they have had a transformation in their life where they had so much bad luck or what they considered bad luck and things that happened in their life that they were like, I'm not going to take life for granted. Maybe they had like people who had passed away in their life or like you said, maybe near death experience where they're like, you know what, I could die tomorrow and I'm not going to live life playing it too overly safe, because I want to live. And that's the kind of energy that they have. And it's the Nine of Water, which is the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So I kind of feel, Marie, that, what's this guy you're gonna meet? It's like your wishes come true. Like you're like, oh my God, this is like the person that I always knew I would fall in love with. It's this type of person, this is how they look, and you're just gonna be like, there's the person of my dreams right there. And you're just like, and that's them. And I feel like this is the kind of thing that's gonna happen for you. So I love it for you. Yeah, because they told me to look at the bottom of the deck. It's the six of earth, the six of pentacles. Normally it would be like codependency awareness, Marie. But I feel like this is like an equal give and take type of situation where you just feel so like you just fit like a hand in a glove in so many ways. So yeah, I don't think you're um it's worth waiting for. It's like baked bread. You don't want to take it out of the oven too soon, and then you're like, it's still dough in the middle. You want it to be perfect. And, possibly the waiting period, of course, with any waiting period, is to work on us, work on our self love, because we cannot love others more than we love ourselves, and we cannot accept love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So the more you work on your self-love, the more love you're able to receive and give too. So I feel like, it's like I don't want to wait, but the wait is on purpose, for a purpose, to prepare you so that you are ready and that they are ready to have that glove match. So um, I like it for you, and I know it's like, "Come on already," but it's worth the wait, so that's what they have for you. Many blessings, Marie. Crack me up. Alright, so Cynthia, we took care of those, and okay, there we are. So Queen Bee, is TJ Scorpio your soulmate? Let's take a look here. I'll pull from the Witch's Tarot here. Thank you guys so much for all your thumbs up. It really does help out my channel, help spread the Zen love. So I really appreciate when you do that. All right. So tell us about TJ for Queen Bee. Okay. What else? Anything else? Okay. What else? So you have the Four of Cups here. And I feel like these are your normal choices of individuals here. And this is you're being offered some other higher love. So I don't feel like they are like your final soulmate. Because I believe that everyone that comes into our relationships was a soulmate. They came and they were our mirror, and they were a divine appointment of, prearranged, that before we came down here, we're like, okay, you're going to be number one, number two, number three, number four. And then this is the one I'll end up with, for the remainder. That'll be my last relationship. But we have other people in between, and I don't feel like they are the ones. Because you have the Two of Pentacles here too, which is about balance and cycles. And I feel like the cycle has not ended yet. So definitely they are a soulmate, but I don't believe they are the last soulmate to come in. Because here is the Five of Swords, which is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And I feel like maybe there are going to be five, but um, there is, this represents like mental conflict or conflict of expectations. It's like your peace of mind is not there yet because there's this fifth sword in the middle that's keeping the mind from flowing in this beautiful, peaceful way. There's this right there in the middle that, you know, is on purpose, for you to really look into some expectations that you have around who you're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be. And you are learning something through, this relationship with them, but they're not your your final, you know, soulmate. They're just part of the mirror collection reflecting back to you what you wanted them to reflect back to you until you see it. And but I feel like this is not the last one. This is just someone who's important, but you know, it's an important mirror for you to be able to see. Uh, you know, something that you want to see about yourself. So that's what they have for you for that one, Queen Bee. All right. Hey, Miss Honey Love. All right, Pooja, we took care of you and self love. You are up next. All right. And then ES, you will be up next. So, self love, you want to get a universal guidance for today. I love it. So, whoa, I am drawn to the spirit animal oracle for you. So, let's take a look and see what they have there. And then ES, we should be able to get to you. All right. Let's take a look here. Self love. What guidance do you have for self love today? All right. You got the turtle spirit. Yay. Which is slow and steady wins the race. Ugh. If I get another patience card. So it says turtle spirit arrives to remind you that when you do what you need to do, putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that you will see your intentions manifest in perfect timing, your prosperity and love will grow exponentially. Now is not the time to rush around trying to force matters. Move slowly, perhaps even so slowly that it almost feels as if you're not moving at all. This may be a time to crawl before walking, taking your time to align to Turtle Spirit's place as you contemplate this road that you're on, doing what you need to do in this small moment that will soon pass. Turtle Spirit reminds you that sometimes the best action is to slow right down. So if it feels as if you're not doing enough, know that simply being aware of what is happening right now may be an important step toward determining whether you need to pivot or simply keep putting one foot in front of the other. True love and true success comes with patience, says Turtle Spirit. Focus on the now, and the next step will be clear. So that's the message they have for you today, self love. I know. So many blessings to you. All right, ES, you are up. So, a love reading for November for you and your boyfriend. All right. So, I'm grabbing the runic tarot here. So, we will use that. And then NG, you want a general reading for November? All right. So for ES, for November, a love reading for you and your boyfriend. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Well, got the Knight of Wands and the Lover. So Knight of Wands is a very fiery action movement that's happening there. So I do love that with the Lover's card here. So definitely there is this power that comes in, this passion, and a lot of movement and action in within your relationship. So I like that. I'm sure. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Fire, also is about really gaining your individual power as well, understanding your quest for knowing that whatever you focus on is what grows in your life, right? Because you also have the King of Wands coming in here, which means the quest for the understanding where you invest your energy is what grows. You get it. You have it in hand here. And that means like when you focus on what you're grateful for in your relationship, what you want in your relationship, then that grows. But if you're focusing on what's missing or what you don't like in the relationship, then that grows instead. So you're really understanding your power in November. What I focus on is what happens. So it's like whenever you're in a relationship and we have expectations, we have thoughts and stuff, and we're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. When we focus on who they're not being, then that just takes the wind out of their sail. But when you're just focusing on, even if they're not doing things that you want them to, if you focus on what they are doing and thank them and appreciate them for it, then that grows, right? And that helps the relationship. You also have the two sevens, seven of pentacles, which is all about the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So be patient with things unfolding and how they unfold, right? Just allow to go the process, allow the energy, allow your power of choice of what you're focusing your energy on. Let that take hold and let it take effect. Don't rush, don't force things, right? Because you have the seven of wands here, which is about just know that you are in a great place. I mean, you guys are up here and don't worry about other people that may be, jealous of why you guys so happy. Come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. Just know that they feel like they already feel like they're below you, and that's why they feel the way they do. That's why they're poking at your relationship. And, if anyone's like meddling in the relationship, trying to turn you guys against each other, just know that it's because they feel that they're down. And instead of, you know, bringing down the wrath upon them, you know, um, bring love to them instead. Just knowing that they're feeling low and feeling down, and that's why they feel the need to do that. So that's what I have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Yes. Have a great November. It's going to be full of a lot of passion and energy. All right. So let's keep going down the list here. All right. So Angie, you want to know general reading for November. So let's take a look here. We'll stick with the runic tarot. Let's see, what would they like you to know about November? What else? Anything else? All right. Well, you do have the Queen of Swords for November. So, she rolls over air. So you do have some thinking and some reflecting you do mentally around, you know, thoughts that are more rooted in unconditional love, more of the higher realm things, because this also allows you to cut away some thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you, but you balance it really well because all the queens also have water. So you're trusting your intuition, um, reviewing your mind, but a beautiful balance between your heart and mind that goes on in November. And you also have the Hierophant. Oops, sorry, hit my microphone, which is about like a change of commitments, a change of beliefs. It's usually it can be have to do with spiritualness too, but I feel like there's a change of how you perceive commitment, how you perceive uh, just even marriage and contract, because it's all about contracts and stuff too. They're very much about the rules in there. And so I feel like you're having enlightenment, especially with the two of those together, right? I mean, she's about thoughts and beliefs, and this is about, see their head glowing with new thoughts and new beliefs, seeing things from a different perspective and a higher place. Because you do have the world card, which is ending of major cycles and beginning of a new adventure. So I feel like with the combination of all three of those, that you do make like a significant change in how you're approaching something in November. But be patient with it because you do have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving horse out of the four horses, out of the four knights. And one, it's a pursuit of how you're looking at your worth in relation to the outside world. But it is this patience of allowing things to unfold because you're doing a lot of inner work. And we change from the inside out, not the outside in. So as things have been, changing on the inside, it'll eventually get to the outside world. Just be patient with it getting to the outside world. So I really feel there's going to be a significant change in a thought and belief about yourself, and I feel it's like has to do with the relationship because of that commitment with that hierophant. And because of that, it does start to change things, and you start to see the world differently. But it takes time for that to get out there. So that's what they have for you, Angie. So many blessings. All right. All right, everybody. I am at almost 2.5 hours, so I do need to end the session for tonight, but please know that I'll be back here at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, Mountain Time. And there's also, let me I put links at the very beginning of the chat, but let me throw them out here again anyway, because I do have a weekly giveaway for 30-minute free personal reading with me. It's a recorded reading. And so that's the video for how you enter the drawing, which does involve the weekly energy updates, which this is the playlist for that. And also, if you're needing like a message tonight, if you check out the playlists that are listed in my video description down below, or go to my main page, there's a ton of videos that are recorded from Spirit, including the November readings that are already out. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to erase the air and earth signs are already out. And then also put a pick a card. I have a ton of pick a cards out there for different subjects, but I did also just do a pick a card about trick or treat, what's coming your way. So, some great readings there. So, if you need something tonight or today, wherever you're out in the world, check those out and trust your heart and your gut because spirit will draw you there. But I will be back tomorrow morning, both tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain, and of course, every night at 7 p.m. Mountain. So if I didn't get you this time, then the sooner you get into the chat, then the more likely I'm able to get to you between the 2.5 hours. I get through a lot of readings, but at some point my energy is gone and I need to go balance. Otherwise, I won't be on at all. So, thank you guys for all your patience, all the thumbs up that you've given the video. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel so much. And just know that as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until we meet again, you guys hang in there, take care of yourselves, and have a great night or a great day wherever you're at in the world. You take care.